A look at the big picture, and the storm is centered over the lower Mississippi Valley right on into here. But the whole thing is circulating counterclockwise, so it's drawing up all kinds of rainfall all the way from Florida and even into the Gulf of Mexico on up into our part of the world. There you can see it going across these areas. This stuff way on down into here is eventually going to be swinging out offshore. That's not going to get us. But we're going to catch enough of a piece of this, so we'll see some pretty hefty rainfall during the overnight hours, likely around an inch or so into most of the region coming on up. Now you can see the light rainfall moving on in thus far, but it's going to get a little bit heavier during the overnight hours. Now here's the European forecast model overnight. This is basically doing around 6/10 of an inch all the way on up to about an inch and a quarter. So generally about 2/3 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch of rainfall on into the Hampton Roads area. Move on into the day on Saturday. We don't add that much, perhaps half an inch to that during the day on Saturday. So it's not going to be a washout. It's not going to be a real heavy rainfall either when we do get rainfall for the day coming up on Saturday. Here's where things are by Sunday morning. We don't add all that much more. And Sunday during the day, we don't add that much more there either. So the bulk of this rainfall, these rainfall totals, is going to be happening overnight and into Saturday morning by around 7. Here's the GFS forecast model. It's generally got around an inch into the Hampton Roads area by around 7 o'clock in the morning. Now we take it through the day, and this too does tend to put a little bit more rainfall over southeast Virginia and eastern North Carolina. I tend to think it'll be more shaped about like that right on into here with some of the heavier rain, around an inch and a half to maybe 2.5 inches of rainfall, as much as 2.5 into eastern North Carolina. This forecast model just updated here, and I don't agree with it entirely here. I think it's got too little right on down into here, but again, it is kind of got it right on into here in terms of where we're likely to see some of the heavier rainfall, Elizabeth City area. Then we don't add all that much more to it over the rest of the weekend, just some light scattered showers going on. We're likely to see that rainfall pick up in the hours closer to midnight. That's where things are by 2 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning, you can see these pockets, again, a very, very heavy rainfall reaching out through the region. Here's where things are by 7 o'clock in the morning. We are looking again at some breaks in the rain by then, and some breaks in the rain at 10 o'clock in the morning. At 1 in the afternoon, we've got a few scattered showers, but again, this is not a washout of a day whatsoever. There are indeed breaks in the rain. 7 o'clock on Saturday evening. Now we go on into Sunday morning, and we're looking at, again, 7 o'clock in the morning, relatively quiet. It's a little bit cooler. That's where things are by 1 in the afternoon. Take it from there to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we'll see the cooler air drop on in by the end of the day with temperatures backing out off into the 40s. So again, 63 degrees. But that's going to happen really first thing in the morning. Good chance of rainfall, but not an all-day washout. Certainly not a washout coming up on Sunday. Only a 30% chance of rain. It'll likely be later on in the day. 55 for a high, 59 on Monday. A lot cooler weather coming up by Tuesday.